You know, honestly speaking, the biggest fight that's going to be in boxing is Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. They're going to be a huge fight, I think, in boxing.
You think so? Is that going to be pay-per-view worthy?
I mean, in the future.
Right.
Not right now. Mm-hmm. Not right now. But I'll pay to see it.
You know, it's funny. Terence Crawford's trainer actually said that he doesn't think Errol Spence is a tougher fight than Keith Thurman. He actually thinks Keith Thurman's a tougher fight than Errol Spence.
No.
Well,
no.
You would know. I mean, you've been in with Errol.
No. But I haven't been in with Terence Crawford, and I think Terence Crawford will be. I mean, just like Errol Spence gave me good work, I think Terence Crawford gave me good too. But you got to realize, just work. You know, about all these young guys. You know, boxing is one party. And you know, when I box these guys, what's my age when I was boxing these guys?
Woo, man, you well in your 30s.
I probably was over 30, probably 35. Mm-hmm. So, you know, when I was boxing these guys, I was 35 years old. But I mean, that still don't mean I don't know if I don't care if I'm 35 or not. I know if a guy got it, and with me boxing, Errol, I know he had it. Mm. And I don't got to box Terence Crawford to know that he got it.
Who else? Errol Spence. Mm-hmm. He's a hell of a fighter. Now, you know, one thing about me, I'm always, give it to you 100%. Mm-hmm. You know, in training camp when I was training for my fight before, the fight before Guerrero. Yeah, thanks, because I've been in 45 fights and so many championship fights. But Errol Spence gave me solid work. Mm-hmm. He's a very, very young, tough competitor. So if I sit right here and not give that young kid props, it'd be bad. Even though I took a year off, I mean, not a year off, but even though after doing my time, mm-hmm. I was being off a year, I came back. He's one of the guys that pushed me to the limit. He made me work mm-hmm. in the boxing gym. And, I like young guys like that that's in the sport that's going to push me to the limit and make me work. Mm-hmm. When a young guy, when I be, sometimes bullshitting around, and guys like that, put me on my toes and make me tighten my game up. Mm-hmm. And that's what I like, young guys like that that's in the sport that make me do that. Jalen Love, he done the same thing when I was training for my fight with Cotto. Mm-hmm. Jalen Love, his young ass was pushing me, pushing me to the limit. And Errol Spence pushed me to the limit also. And that's what it's about, in the sport of boxing. Guys pushing guys to the limit, and the best fighting the best.
The pound for pound top fighter in boxing right now is Terence Crawford.
Well, let me ask you about being pound for pound champ, because you, for years, held down that title.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a particular formula that needs to be considered? Like, do you have to? I mean, obviously, I know your record is important. How you perform inside the ring is important. Your skills. Do you also have to kind of look at a fighter's resume and see who he's fought in order to judge? Because I know, like, when you were 17-0 or something like that, you were fighting big dogs, like crazy competition.
My thing is this. To be honest, when I was 14 years old, or actually 15 years old, when I was 14, I could have turned professional, honestly speaking. And I would have been world champion by the time I was 15 years old. But everything in life is about timing and patience. Terence Crawford, I just truly believe he doesn't have to be under my company for me to give a guy props. I'm not like that. If he's ever free and he want to go to any company, if he's a free agent, I would love to work with him if he's free. Because I know that what I can do to take him to that next level. Because with Jim saying raw talent, hell of a fighter. And there's a lot of hell of a fighters out there, and he's one of the guys he's a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I like about him, I mean, he reminds me of a young Floyd Mayweather. You know, he can fight his ass off, and that's what I like about him.